And hello and welcome to our Tiny Desk Gift Guide series, where we will be having a short chat with ideas and tips to help you choose gifts for the artists and creatives on your list. Let's get started.
Okay, today we're talking about easels. So some things to consider when thinking because a lot of people do like to make a big purchase for their artist and creative in their life. And an easel is a great idea, but there are some things to think about before you come into the shop.
So we would be asking you to start, what scale do they work at is a great question, or what scale are you hoping to encourage that they work at? Because easels can range from tabletop and portable to wall mounted. There are so many and that suit different styles of work. And another thing we would ask is what medium. Are they painting in oil or an acrylic, or are they painting in watercolor? Because a watercolor artist would be better off with a tabletop surface. And acrylic and oil painters are looking for something that is vertical.
Another thing to consider is how much space that they have. Some of the easels can, they take up a certain footprint, but think also about the height of the space they're using, because some can, if they're working on a large canvas, they can be quite tall at the top.
And consider would a tabletop easel work. So we can't bring the easels into this frame, but we did bring this one tabletop easel box to give you an idea. And this is what we've used in our studio, in our workroom. And it's adjustable. Most easels are adjustable to give you a range of sizes that your artist can work on. And the nice thing about a tabletop and some of the lighter weight floor models, they can be folding. So if footprint is something to consider, do you want a folding easel? Do you want something that's stationary and will be staying put? A-frames and tabletops are great for folding options. And an H-frame would be a better option for something that will stay stationary in one space. And H-frame easels can range from very basic to quite robust. So basic with just the pieces to move your stretcher, the holder up and down. Robust meaning they could have wheels and a pulley system, a pulley and crank system to help you adjust size to support your canvas. And that's also to support the weight and scale of a canvas. So if you're working quite large, or if your person would like to work large, you are going to be needing something a little bit more heavy duty, and an A-frame or tabletop wouldn't be suitable.
That's right. And some people who have a dedicated studio space do like an H-frame. It is, even if they're not working large, it's just easier to adjust.
It's also sturdier.
It's sturdier. So those are a few things to think about. You can look online and see the differences.
You have an H-frame.
I have an H-frame.
And I have an A-frame.
I've had an A-frame before.
And my A-frame, the limitation is, Marie was mentioning height. One thing, if you want to really extend it, the bar goes up. So you need to have the ceiling height to do so. Whereas with something like an H-frame, you don't have that same limitation. Another thing to consider is we're looking at wood easels, but we also have telescopic metal easels and clamping tabletop easels. So if you're looking for something that's really tiny and takes up a low profile, that's something to consider as well.
And for the tabletop easel, a thing to consider is the table they're working on, because the clamp is only so big. So you need to make sure that they've got a table that the clamp will fit onto, and you can certainly call us and find out that information.
Hi, I'm just popping in here on a different day on the shop floor to show you the easels that we have set up. The two on the ends are what we were referring to as the A-frame, so 3 legs. And the two in the middle are what we were referring to as the H-frames. one of them you can see is built on the legs are attached to a base for stability, and the other you can see the legs are adhere to a small storage table there that helps stability as well. The one with the little table at the bottom also goes horizontal as well as vertical.
And on the other end of that would be a custom order if you're starting to look at wall-mounted easels. So if your person is starting to work very large scale, a wall-mounted system might be something to consider because you can really play with the size and scale of the pieces. But this is when we're looking upwards of 4 feet and 5 feet by 5 wide.
Yeah.
Some of the standing H-frame easels do rotate, so they go flat. That's an option to consider. So they go vertical, and then you can adjust them to go flat. If you're working, particularly in acrylic, you do some work that you could do upright, but there's certain times you need it on a flat surface in order to work doing pouring methods and things like that. So that is an option as well.
So if an easel is something you are seriously considering as a gift this season, do get in touch, come in. But these are the questions that you should be fielding before you talk to us. Or if you do, that'll help us help you make a nice choice for your purchase.
Yeah, and it's something you probably want to. We do have ones in store, but if you're thinking custom order or something, that you probably want to start sooner in the process than later.
And our free takeaway, something to consider outside of purchasing an easel that is kind of related to that purchase would be consider purchasing a gift card or purchasing some studio space for them.
Yeah.
And there's a really great studio collective in the city that we love called Akin Collective, and they run studios for artists all over the city, and you can choose the square footage that you're looking for. So you can start with something small or larger, and the price ranges depending on what you're interested in.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
No, that's all I can think of.
That's all?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's all for today.
Thanks so much for joining us. We'll be popping here a few times a week from November 15th to December the 10th. Check out our Instagram or blog to link to the other parts of this series. Thanks so much. Bye.
Bye.